Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a video about opening up the hips. I got a special request from my cousin. She wanted to do a yoga practice sequence that focused on opening up the hips. So that's what today's yoga practice is. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel and make sure you like this video. It really helps YouTube know that you like this kind of content, and also me lets me know that you like this kind of content as well, so I can continue to make videos if it interests you. Come into a comfortable seated position. Gently close the eyes, and you can rest your hands onto your knees or bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to tune into your space, tune into your breath, and just practice slow, steady breathing. So inhaling in, filling up the lungs with air, and exhaling out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. And just continue the sequence of breath. Just noticing how you feel. Noticing the eyes, making sure the eyelids are relaxed. Noticing your jaw. Make sure your jaw is relaxed. Your shoulders. Making sure to have relaxed shoulders while also maintaining a nice tall spine. And maybe you can come up with an intention today. So that could be anything, whether it's to practice more self-care, maybe it's to be more loving, maybe it's to be more open, to be more productive. Whatever your intention is, just maybe find an intention if you would like and dedicate your practice to that intention. We'll take a few more breaths. Inhale in and exhale out. Inhale in and exhale out. You can open the eyes, and we're going to raise the arms up, reaching as far as you can. And exhale, bringing the hands down, walking the hands out in front of you, and just bringing the head down gently, noticing a gentle stretch in the lower back. Take a few deep breaths here. And we'll walk our hands over to the right. Few more breaths, noticing the gentle stretch on the left side of the back, the lower back. And we'll walk our hands over to the left. So again, stretching along the right side of the body. Stretching the lower back on the right, the shoulders on the right. Take a few more breaths here on this side. We'll walk our hands back to center and just walk your hands out a little bit further, a little bit deeper than you did the first time, and bringing the head all the way down as far as you can. So just embracing the stretch in your lower back and your shoulders. We'll walk our hands back up to center. And we'll go ahead and come into tabletop position. So you're just going to come onto your hands and knees. You want to have your hands right underneath the shoulders. So you want to have your hands about shoulder width apart. You want to have your knees about hip width apart. And we're just gonna do cat-cow here. So you're just gonna bring your head up, gaze up, and then bring the head down, arching the back, tucking the tailbone in, stretching out the back and the spine. Inhale in, we'll reach the head back up, gaze is up, opening up the chest, and then we'll bring the head back down, arching the back up, tucking the tailbone in, stretching the shoulders. Do that one more time. Inhale in, gazing up, opening up the chest, and exhale, bringing the head back down, tucking the tailbone in. So this is cat-cow. And bringing the spine back to center. We'll go into child's pose. So just want to bring your knees a little bit wider than hip width apart, and then you're going to bring your hips back. Bringing your hips all the way down, stretching the shoulders, reaching your arms out, and bringing the head down to the mat. So this is child's pose. So just resting here. Few more breaths in child's pose. Go ahead and bring the head up. We're gonna lift the hips up, tuck the toes in. We're gonna go into our first downward facing dog. So you're gonna slowly lift the hips up and go ahead and pedal the feet. So bringing the right heel down, the left heel down, right foot right in between your hands. You can go ahead and bring your left knee down. So now we're in a low lunge. From here you can straighten out the back left foot. Go ahead and bring the chest up and rest the hands onto the right knee. You can slowly bring the arms up, taking a baby back bend. Bringing the hands down, bringing the hands together and the hands down to the mat. You can walk your right foot over to the edge of the mat. And you're going to take your right hand and push against your right knee. So pushing down on the right knee to really open up the hips. And you can let the right foot, the sole of your foot, lift off of the mat. So just holding it here and breathing, embracing the stretch on the hip. A few more breaths. Exhale, bringing the hand down to the mat. You can walk your foot back to center. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bringing both hands down to the mat. You can untuck the toe in the back. And we're going to go back into downward facing dog. So bringing the left foot in between the hands. So now we're in a low lunge. Slowly bringing the right knee down to the mat. You can relax the right foot. Inhale, coming up. You can rest your hands onto your knees like this. Or if you feel pretty balanced, you can go ahead and reach both hands up, taking a baby back bend. Exhale, bringing the hands down to the mat and walking the left foot over to the edge of the mat. We're going to take the same stretch that we took on the right side. So you're just going to take your left hand and push against your left knee, so much to where the left sole of your foot comes up off of the mat. Just a few more breaths. And go ahead and rest the left foot down onto the mat. You can bring your both hands down to the mat, lifting up the right toe and bringing both feet back into downward facing dog. Bringing the knee in between both hands, getting ready for pigeon pose. So you're going to bring the right knee in between both hands and just slowly, as far as you can, inch your back left leg out. So we're just stretching the hips on the left. See if you can stretch the spine up as straight as you can. You can use both hands to support you on the mat and gaze up. So this is pigeon pose. So we're just going to hold this for a few breaths. Don't forget to breathe. And if you want, you can stay here. If you're feeling flexible today, you can go ahead and bring both hands down to the mat, coming onto your forearms. So coming down onto the forearms and just resting here and relax the head down. Take a few deep breaths. And the hips on the right as well as the hip flexor on the left. A few more breaths in pigeon pose. Inhale, bringing the head up. Walking the hands back up, getting ready to go back into downward facing dog. So you can tuck the back toe in, lift the hips up, and go back into your downward facing dog. Your knee, and bring the left knee in between both hands now. So just taking the same stretch on the other side. So your left knee is in between the hands. You can inch the right leg out back behind you as far as you can. And slowly you're going to lift the chest up. You can use your hands to support you. Gazing up, opening up the chest, shoulders back, and breathing here. You can stay here if you like, or go ahead and bring both hands and forearms down to the mat. And just taking a moment to breathe, you can rest the head down, relaxing the neck. So just again, embracing the stretch on the hip flexor on the right, the hamstrings on the left. There's a few more breaths on this side. Inhale, bringing the head up. You can walk your hands back onto the mat. Untuck the right foot, lifting up the hips, going back into downward facing dog. And bring the feet together, getting ready for butterfly pose. So you're just going to bring the feet together. You're going to take your elbows, push them against the knees, and just slowly lean the head forward, using your elbows to push down onto your thighs and your knees to really stretch the hips and the inner thigh. Again, remembering to breathe. Inhale in, coming back up to seated. We'll do that again. This time you want to take your hands, place them underneath your feet. Inhale, gazing up, taking a moment to breathe. Exhale, going down a little bit further. So you're going to press the elbows down onto the calves, going a little bit deeper this time than you did the first time. And breathing. Inhale in, coming back up to seated. You're going to bring the left knee in front of you. So the left knee is right in front. And you're going to take your right foot, cross it over your left knee. Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to take your left arm, wrap it around your right knee, and just taking a moment to twist. I'll hold it here. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So bringing the right knee down, so the right knee is right in front of you. You're going to take your left foot, cross it over your right knee. Take your right arm, wrap it around your left knee, and taking a twist. Holding it here. Exhale, release. Coming back to center. You can come into seated position. And we're going to do one more hip stretch that I really love. This is one of my favorite hip stretches to do. So you're just going to rest your right leg in front of you. so that it's just horizontal right in front. And you're going to take your left foot, place it on top of your right knee. So your legs are stacked. If this is too much, you can put your left foot out in front, or if you have a block, you can place a block right in between the knee and the foot to help support you. But I love this stretch, especially since I run. It's one of my favorite stretches to do. But once you stack the legs, you're just going to walk your hands out in front of you and rest the head down. And take a few deep breaths. So just noticing the stretch in the lower back and the hamstrings, the hip flexors on each side. This is one of my favorite stretches for the hips. Walking the hands back up. We're going to do the other side. So just alternating legs. This time you're going to put the left leg on the bottom. So the left leg is just horizontal right in front of you. You're going to take your right foot, place it on top of your left knee. So just stacking the legs. Again, if you have a block, you can put a block here to help support the legs, or just put it out in front of you if this is too much. But if you feel okay, go ahead and place the right foot on top of the left knee and then walk your hands out in front of you. And just resting the head down, embracing the stretch on both hip flexors of each side of the legs. Again, don't forget to breathe. Relax your eyes, relax your face. A few more breaths. Walking the hands back up. Coming back into seated. So coming back into a comfortable seated position. We're just going to close out our practice today. Bring your hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Bring your hands to heart center. Coming back to our intention that we set at the beginning of practice. Taking a moment to just appreciate ourselves today for taking a moment to practice and to make time on our mat, practicing self-care, just acknowledging and just taking a moment to be proud of yourself for taking time for you. Taking a moment to remember your intention and trying to keep that intention with you throughout the rest of your day. Focusing on our breathing. Inhale in, exhale out. 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 And just breathing comfortably now. I want to thank you so much today for sharing your practice with me. I hope you have a beautiful and wonderful day. Many blessings to you. Namaste. See you guys next time.